G'day everybody. I want to talk about hacking and war tactics. Now, what type of country would want to do some hacking if they were already in war? Right? That would be more likely a country that want to hack. True? And if a country's already battling and talking about battling, getting upset and wants to battle, and then hacking's coming out of it, do you think it's the people doing it by themselves, or do you think the leader is paying things behind the scene? What do you reckon? Because when it comes to war and hacking, is what you do is you have fallout people, right? Casualties of war people. You make teams. It's so easy. Even if this is not happening, you can make it happen, right? So it can happen from little groups. So you wouldn't want to be a little group to make your country look bad when your country doesn't want to and your country is really dominating. And if they find out that you're hurting their country, they'll come in and get you really bad because they get people who just even talk about too much freedom of speech. You get it? And so they'll come and get you. There's nothing that these countries don't know about, as they say, like Russians. Right? And if they don't know about it, they'll know about it soon. They won't be happy at all. But anyway, comes to war tactics and hacking, you make up a team, you pay them, you do it over time too. So at first you go, look, there's a terrorist over there. We're not a team that likes hacking, and they like hacking other countries. They're our enemies. So, and we know it's against the law, but we're the government. We're going to ignore it, and we're just going to let it go. And in fact, if we see it needs some help, we'll try to do some help in some parts, in somewhere where they won't notice. And we'll let them do their thing because we don't like them either. So if it's a group like that, and the government's doing that, then that also helps them. And that's so easy to do in this world, isn't it? So when it comes to hacking, we're all screwed. Hacking's always going to happen. And when the wars start, that's going to be the major factor, hacking. It'll probably be even a sign just before war. And before you actually do that is you do practice runs. You do little fake, what the thieves will call alarms going off to see how they react. Right? And then you do the full thing. Do you believe in the next real wars when it's big countries, so when it gets serious, do you believe that they won't shut down computer systems and grids and stuff like that? In fact, that's the number one top tactic to do that won't cost you much and does a lot of damage and confusion to your enemies. So when you ever hear about wars, you actually better be prepared about hacking. In fact, if you ever get into a war, when it comes to a lot of the systems and how they hack in, they should be shut down so they can't hack in to do such things. Can your country protect yourself on those things when that happens? Because if they can't, maybe you shouldn't be using toys that you can't control. Because that's what we're using. We're using phones, computers, and all these things that are tapped into our system that can really fuck with us really bad. And if it shuts down, we'll be running around going who paid for what, because everything's true in the system, isn't it? Unless people remember. True? So it can cause a lot of chaos. So you'd want to have some sort of system where it's separated, like China has. See, China's actually got a system where if shit hits the fan, they can still communicate to their people. They can shut us off and shit. Can we do that? And the thing is that we know that they want to do something. They're preparing themselves. We've got plenty of docos of them talking about it, why their army's so big and everything. And yet we're still willing to supply them with more finance by buying from them. Does that sound logical? By trading with them. Would you want to trade with a killer or a robber that wants to come and rob or kill you once he gets its money up? Would you trade with it more so it can get its money up quicker? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, people. When it comes to computer hacking, I think it's all ridiculous. I think, in the end, when it comes to that, you either go independent, like I said, to your own country, and you have another complete different system where you can connect, right? And that way, that system ever fails or gets hacked, you can quickly shut it off. You don't use it. You use that system that does not got nothing to do with your financial system. And your financial system, you transfer over to that system every now and then from your popper system, like from a savings account to an account that gets used for everybody. Maybe a system like that everyone needs to set up when it comes to communication and all that kind of thing, where only we can get in through our system. So if it gets hacked, it's within us then, wouldn't it? Would know that. Because everything can be done. You just got to make things harder. There. How hard is it at the moment for certain things to be done? Apparently it's pretty fucking easy. Apparently things are so easy to hack, you can have 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds be good hackers because they just need to know how to do it. CD/A4D on this, it's not too hard. If that knowledge gets spread around, anyone can do it. It's pretty basic. Anyway, have a good one and see you later. Bye-bye.